Dr. Lara Ashmore, and I'm going to moderate the panel today. I'm the Director of Emerging Technologies at the Center for Brain Health at UT Dallas, and I'm joined by some very esteemed business owners on the stage here. We have Dr. Lindsay Harper from Rosie, and we have Kelly Thomas Drake from My Purple Folder, and we have Adena Harmon from See Here, and we have Richard Margolin from Robokind, and Chris Brickler from Mind VR.
Hi, my name is Adena Harmon. I am the originator and CEO of See Here. We are out of Dallas, Texas. We're newcomers to the arena. We actually received our patent January 22nd, and we are about to become what you will be known as a disruptor to the internet. Because what we've done is we've actually taken a single image and been able to add audio and text, anything that you want to apply to, any file format you can add to our image, and it can be shared. Right now, the only way to share an image and you want to have sound is to save it as a video file, which we all know is a huge file. So if you save just an actual image and audio recording, that's the exact size you're going to have when you're through. So anyway, I'm glad to be here, and I thank you for your coming out and listening to us today. Thanks. My inspiration started when I was working with a NASCAR driver, and I know NASCAR, everybody's thinking, okay, she's a little redneck, but don't judge me. But anyway, I was doing some social media work with David Reagan and giving away a F-150 through his Ford dealership out in Perry, Georgia. And so I was like going on to Facebook and running ads. Then I'd look at the analytics later, and I was like, oh my gosh, people need to look at, they really just want to look at, a car wreck. That's all they want to see. And so I'd spend money on videos, and we'd pay for this and that, and then I'd have images, and then I would spend time putting in content. And most people weren't reading that part either. They just wanted to see the car wreck. So I said, okay, there's got to be a better way. So I wanted the picture of the car, and I wanted the sound of the crash. So how would I make that work together? I'm not a coder, I'll tell you that right now. My arena is in social media. And so I reached out to Jesse Collard, and he's our COO, and I said, how do I make this happen? And he says, well, let me think about this. And he reached out to one of his buddies who happens to be a coder, and he said, oh, this sounds like a great idea. Let's get started. So in 2015, we started working on this, and one thing led to another, and then in 2017, no, I guess it was 2018, it was brought to our attention that there is a whole space in the world out there for the people who are visually impaired. So we decided, okay, let's take a look at that and see what we need to do to make our technology be a digital accessible tool for those who are visually impaired. So we reached out to a company called Accessible 360. They're out of Minnesota. The founder he was born blind, and the co-founder she's a spitfire. I mean, she's just on fire. She can just get going. And so we met with them online and talked with them and said, what do we need to do? And they said, well, screen readers read linear. And so if there is an image on a website, the odds are they have no idea other than it says image of. And there might be a 2-word description, boy in boat or something like that, boy boat. And that's all they're going to get. So if they're like looking, or they're online to place an order using, say, whoever's going to do some delivery, and they go to that website and there's a hamburger. Well, there's a picture of a hamburger, but they're going to get a quick description, hamburger, $3.49. Well, the picture tells the story. We know pictures tell a story because in that hamburger you're going to see this piece of meat, some cheese and lettuce and tomato, and it looks delicious. It's sitting on with some French fries. They haven't a clue. So we're working with them to be able to identify the triggers that can set our technology into motion, and they'll get an audible description. So then after we started doing some more investigating, we found out there's some more verticals for us. And so we just partnered up with Bennett Health, and we are going to be going into the market space of radiology. Because that space, too, needs to have some better tools to archiving and for their images and for the file formats. So we're talking with a group right now, and Dr. Ochterberg, Jean Ochterberg, is coming on our staff, and she will be leading that arena for the radiology. And so whenever your doctor has an image that you need the information on, odds are you probably don't know what you're really looking at. So if you could hear your doctor describe it or have the opinions from the other doctors in that image, and it's sent to you and you get to take a look at it, like you get to see your pictures, and then you have to read all this stuff. Does it really make a lot of sense to you? But if you can hear the doctor say, well, you're really okay, it's just a broken leg, we can fix it, this, that. So and that's how it got started, and it was an inspiration from NASCAR. So anyway, thank you.
A very interesting switch from NASCAR.
So,
Anybody else on the panel want to share some of their resources?
Okay, so I'm so glad that these two went, because they describe the frustration of every entrepreneur. And so you have to surround yourself with positive people, and because there's plenty of naysayers. And if you don't know something, I'm going to be mom here, Google it. Because the truth is, it's out there. The information's out there. And if you talk to enough people, those people will know someone that can help you answer the question. It's just like when I talked with Jesse, he took us to Taha Kadado. Taha took us to Simon Gong. And I mean, it's before we knew it, we had a product. And the frustration for us was always, what are we going to do? We've sold the house, we've sold the car, what do we have to give up next? The money will come, and now we're at that point for our company, is that we're not looking for investors right now. So not to say that we won't down the road, but right now we're not. So for us, it's you reach these little milestones, and you keep going. And every day when I wake up and I don't know something, I Google it, or I call one of my support people.
Great, thank you.
You know, be happy to entertain a conversation about getting involved with one another. So,
Great, thank
thanks.
you. Adena?
You can visit c-here.com to learn more. I also had some books left over from South by Southwest, and we can have them available if you want to take a look at them. And we also have an app, but we're really not trying to push the app so much because we don't want to be in the app business. We want to have other companies using our technology. But you can find us in the App Store. And so it's c-here.com or c-here in the App Store as well. It's also in the Google Play Store. So you can visit that, and you can play around with it. You can share pictures and have sounds, and people can respond back in that same image, and you can have a whole conversation. So anyway, we'd love to hear from you, and if you have any ideas for us, we'd love to hear those too, because everybody that we talk to, somebody has a different use for it. We can use it for law enforcement, we can use it for medical, we can use it for education. So anyway, if you have an idea, we'd love to hear from you. It's a letter C and then -HEAR.com.
Great, thank you so much. So we're out of time, unfortunately, but thank you so much for all of you being here, and good luck with your businesses, and we can give them a round of applause now. Thank you. Thank you, thanks.